This is Marine Boot Camp, and this is me, one survivor cadet who will spend the next few weeks here at this camp. Where for the next few weeks, I'm gonna eat terrible food, do extreme activities, make friends, and then later on fight those same friends. And crazy enough, somehow I managed to pass Marine Boot Camp, but you have to understand why I'm here in the first place. You see, I used to live in a place called Sandy Shores along with my friend named Josh. But Sandy Shores was very unsafe, and one night while I was away, a gang member threw tons of makeshift grenades into Josh's trailer, which would end up blowing up and killing him. And of course, when I found this out, I decided that I was going to join the Marine Corps, which now leads me to being here. Something you should know is that the red guy named Ryan would indeed excel in his class, which would mean he'd be moved to the Special Forces. As for me, I was going to be deployed back to where it all started for me. And that would be Sandy Shores. Sandy Shores had gotten such out of hand that people started calling it the Afghanistan of America. As for me, I was here with 3 other people, and we would get along pretty well until the day we were told that we needed to go into the town, where we would have taken Apache and fly off to Sandy Shores to go and deal with the gang problem in the area. We didn't take this mission all that serious, and so we cracked a couple of jokes and just talked a lot in the helicopter.
Which is the canned food better than steak?
I don't think so. But when we got there, we had realized that this was a trap, and we were not prepared whatsoever for what we were about to have to deal with. Bro, the town is like never this quiet. Alright, that's just sus. Hey yo? Hey yo. Hey yo.
Lend it.
Hey yo. Although we were shot down, we would make it safe and sound and immediately started taking cover from the machine gun fire. I see, they're inside the place. We were fighting all night, and then we were sent a message that the bandits were planting a bomb at the top of the building they were in, which meant that the whole town could go sky high at any minute.
That shit. Alright.
Oh! Stay away! Do not open that door! Do not open that door! Here. Come on. Out the back door. Out the back door. Eventually, we got close enough to the building to call in a bunch of airstrikes to deal with all the gang members that were in the area. Airstrikes would do their job and kill the bandits, and so we got close enough to the bomb to destroy it, but Lit Gamer would end up falling to his death because of the gas that had been dropped from the airstrike. And moments later, one of my squad members would step on a landmine, which would kill them instantly. No! And so it was just me and Luke left, and we would camp out for the rest of the day and thought about camping out at night until the bandits spotted us once again. Oh my god. After Luke's close near-death experience, Luke decided to give me a flower for me to give to his wife, but then the worst thing happened to both of us. Who's shooting right now? Oh my god! The gang members would arrive with a mounted turret and fire it onto us, which would kill Luke instantly as he ran into the fire. Even though I thought I was far away from the gang members, I would run into them once again. Oh god. Oh no. Oh, they're chasing.
Oh!
I ran into the nearest building where I would run and hide, and as the gang members were right behind me, they had assumed that there was a back entrance to the building I was in and decided to run past for the entrance. And now that I was hidden, I would now have time to think about the experiences I just had witnessed, and I had just realized that the guy that I had just killed looked nothing like the bandits I'd been dealing with from earlier. He was in definitely more high-tech armor and had a way more high-tech gun than the other enemies. He was also more precise with the shots and a lot harder to kill than the others. And so I would come with the conclusion that the bandits were having help from a foreign ally. But before I could report this to my superiors, I had to find a way out of Sandy Shores, and eventually I would make my move to try and find a way out of here. I would manage to find a jeep and I would store it with tons of fuel, which would allow me to take me to the nearest outpost. Once I had gone to the outpost, I had realized two things. My old drill instructor Veladino was here, and he was partnered with Creepy Dragoon, who was the weirdest guy I had ever met. I would explain to them my mission and everything that had happened in the past few hours, in which they had replied that they had heard the gunshots and sent reinforcements over to come and help us out. But when I told them that reinforcements never arrived, we got in the Chinook and headed over to go and find the reinforcements. Our flight took some time and we'd end up getting there by sunrise. But then we started hearing loads of gunshots, and not wanting the same thing that happened to me before, I had jumped out early, and just as I expected, our Chinook would be shot down and we were brought again into another gunfight. While we were fighting these group of soldiers, we had realized something that we hadn't realized before. Their armor had become more advanced, and it was now shiny, which meant that it had more advancements than our own. And because of their strong armor, we'd be fighting for the entire day and even go on to the night. And after the huge amount of fighting we did, we ended up running into a hospital that was nearby, where we would take refuge and hopefully not get spotted by the bandits or whatever these guys were once again. So don't go out there.
Wait, there's a little like.
Go down there.
Yo, there's
go,
a little
go, go.
escape tunnel.
Just go down.
There's
go
an
down.
escape tunnel.
Is there
There's
an escape?
tunnel.
Is there an escape? Go down. Go down.
Yeah, there's this thing. Wait. There was a button. There's
Hurry,
a button
go,
in
go,
the chest
go,
up here.
Go to your blocks.
I'm going.
Go.
Go. I do not have blocks.
Go down. Hurry. Paladino, go down there. Go down there.
He's trying to block us up.
Alright, we're good.
Okay. Oh my, what? There's a book and quill. Just a lot of non-English version.
What the heck?
Oh, there was just a lot of nonsense in this English version. Alright.
We would learn that the book is written by the Shadow, which is a rogue special forces unit from Russia. And we would learn that their one goal is to terrorize the world using alien-like technologies that they would randomly created or had found. And eventually the Shadow would catch on to our location and head to where we were.
This dirt is super loud. I'm just gonna mine around the dirt.
They're right here, guys. Right here. They're here.
They're here.
Get in the tunnel.
I'm in the tunnel. Plug it up. Hurry, go. We would dig for quite some time, and eventually we would reach the surface where we were greeted with some unwanted guests. You see Juggernaut, boy. We are...
Don't worry, I got my machine gun.
You're going first.
Oh god, they're here. Did you kill them?
I got one of them.
Get out.
Juggernaut.
Oh god! Paladino, get back!
I'm super low.
Run. Dragoon would manage to escape by running off into the distance, but as for me and Veladino, we'd have to run back through the tunnel and hopefully get to the other side, which we would eventually be able to do, but we were met with the Shadow once again. Oh! After dealing with the Shadow in the caves down here, we'd get into more gunfights, but eventually we'd run to the surface and head to the one building we hadn't checked, where we had hoped that the reinforcement named Luca would be. And after checking around the place, we would eventually find him. Stuck in a hole and trapped in a cobweb, there was Luca. And the Shadow would arrive, which meant we had to get out of here as fast as possible, so we were screaming at him a ton.
You're
Oh my god!
They're here.
Luca, I'm gonna freaking help him out.
we are gonna
They're
die.
here.
We're gonna die if you don't show up,
They're
man.
here.
Juggernaut fell down the hole.
They're here.
Yes, you should help. Now get out of the hole.
Should I help? What do you think? We're getting killed!
Well, not really. We're killing him right now, but you know, eventually, yeah, we are gonna get killed. Yep, there you go. Good job.
Somehow we managed to get Luca out of the hole, and we would run away from the shadows while being shot at, and we would run to the furthest house we could get to that was close to a road, and while we were there I would tell Valentino to go and get Ryan because I knew that he was the only person that could come and save us at this point. I need you, Valentino, I need you to run.
You over the gun.
Valentino, we need you to go and run and go to Ryan's outpost. We'll cover you. No, Ryan did not have an outpost. I just wanted Valentino to get to the closest outpost to radio anyone for help, which he would go and do. Which left me, Dragoon, and Luca all by ourselves. And fun fact, we didn't see Luca after this whole ordeal at all. And so that left it to be me and Dragoon who were stuck at this house where we would play random games of rock, paper, scissors made out of food to pass the time. Okay.
You ready? Alright.
Potato.
Jerky. Potato. Steak.
Oh,
Dang it. Okay.
And it'd be a tip from the shadow that we were being watched from the cameras that would wake us up to the reality that we were in.
Okay.
Second floor. You just-
Oh, is it? Do we have cameras? Isn't there cameras here? Because there's a camera in that tree. Did you lose the camera panel?
Asking his. They.
Get the cameras! Get the cameras! Get the cameras!
Get the cameras, get the cameras. It would take us some time to find all the cameras and then take them down, which would make Creepy Dragoon quite tired, and so I just let him rest while I kept watch over us. And unfortunately for Creepy, he wouldn't get much rest because I would spot the shadow not far off in the distance. My marine bro. I see people, I see people, I see people. And apparently the shadow were smart as they had brought a tank with them, which now just scared us 100 times more.
Are they shooting at us?
Yeah. They have a tank! As we looked at the tank, we realized until Ryan shows up, it was gonna be a 2 versus a tank and 2 of the shadow members.
Oh my gosh.
Stay low.
I'm trying with the sniper. Oh, they're so aiming at me.
What? Who is that? Oh my god. Get down! Woo!
Oh my gosh!
Oh my god. No! Dragon's death seemed to have hurt the most, as it was just the 2 of us against the world, and it felt like we could actually win this, that we could actually escape and survive. But with him dead, I was now alone to face this tank off by myself. And at the time, it felt hopeless, as it was a tank and 3 other people against just me. What can I do against a tank and 3 people? I've survived long enough, but I didn't want to die now. And so I stayed on the roof to hide, and eventually the shadow would get bored and started charging the house and even brought out their tank. In order for me to survive, I was going to need a miracle, and a miracle I would get as Ryan would arrive in the Chinook. The Chinook! I was overjoyed to see the Chinook, as it now meant that I could escape, but with it so far away, it meant that I was going to have to run through the giant group of shadows. Ah! Go, 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 go!
Let's go. 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 I don't think they know their gun costs you nothing.
Go, 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 go. Go.
Yep,
Fly
I'm
is
working
back.
on it.
Fly is back. Ryan, where are you?
Ryan.
Ryan?
I accidentally jumped out.
Land it, land it, go, land it, land it, land it, land it, land it. Eventually, we'd meet back with Ryan, where he would bring the whole squad of Shadow along with him. I'm waiting to see Ryan running for his life.
Me too.
Oh, I'm running.
Run fast.
faster.
Are they chasing? Are they chasing?
They're chasing.
Oh god. Stay there.
Well,
Stay.
since the rotor's on, it's drifting a bit, so you have to
Oh,
hurry
Yeah,
up.
they're coming in a
Drift
Humvee.
away.
I hear him. I
Go
hear him.
faster.
I hear gunshots. I see you. I see you. I see you, Ryan. I see you.
Yeah, I see him. Oh crap, I see the Humvee.
Oh my god! They have a Humvee. Run. Run.
Go. Go. Come on. I'll leave you two.
Go. 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 Go.
Get in the helicopter. Quick.
Oh no! No! Run me over! Woo!
Come on.
Get in, Ryan. Get in. Go. 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 I can't go up. Go
I'm
up.
going up.
I can't see.
Neither can I, and I'm the pilot.
Oh.
Okay, now I can
Go back to the place. I don't know. God, y'all kind of were too late. I lost Creepy. He died to the tank.
Oh.
My God. We're alive.
see. You're all so lucky I know how to fly a plane. Also, be careful. There's mines that I placed around here in case the tank comes pulling up.
Huh?
There's mines.
Okay, so
Welcome to our house.
cool. We just
Our
almost
humble
died.
abode.
I just almost died. Oh my god! They're here! The shadow basically just showed up to make sure they knew where we were, and so we would have to create our own defensive measures. And so we prepared for our own final stand.
Oh, they're here.
Okay. Get the dude that's out of the Humvee on the left. I'll pop him.
Hey, drop grenades in.
I'm gonna die.
Here, pull back.
Hold up. Roger that. You're over there. Yeah, just
Oh, there's a guy.
Oh, I see another one out there. Oh.
And just like that, me and Ryan's drill sergeant was killed by the sniper that I was dealing with out in the field. Valentino was a man who had my respect, and I also will miss him yelling at me in the battlefield for sure. Oh god. So, I have noticed that we're kind of screwed, Ryan. Are you shooting? Is that you shooting?
No, that's not me.
Maybe so. We gotta find this one guy. Dude, I've lost a lot of people. I've lost all my snipers today. It's not been good. Not been a good day.
Oh, there's
Just
one.
like get it. Oh, there's a guy here. I got him. They took our Chinook though. We've lost the Chinook. Oh no.
Then we need to set out on foot.
Oh god.
We cannot stay here.
We cannot stay here.
All right.
Shoot. Where do we? All right, let's go.
Let's
go.
get as much as we can real quick, and then we need to go.
Yeah. Hurry. Go quick.
Oh, they're coming.
They're coming. All right, we gotta go. Oh no. Ryan, get downstairs. Get down here. Ryan. Oh my god! Get up! Get blocks.
I got some blocks.
Block it up. Here. If we're lucky.
Alright, I called one. They're breaking in.
Alright. They blocked. Okay, is that you? Bro,
Yep.
I have a pickaxe. We can go out the other end.
Alright.
Once we got into the tunnel, Orion would decide that he wanted to launch a bunch of airstrikes on the enemy.
Should I drop an airstrike?
Drop an airstrike. Go.
Alright. We got the napalm one.
Oh god. You have blocks?
Yeah, I got one. Let's go.
Go. Follow me. I know where it is. Go. I knew of a location of a second outpost, so we ran all the way over to that location, and it would become nighttime by the time we had gotten there. We would begin fortifying this outpost as well, and even prepared an escape plan with the Humvee just in case the shadow would show up again, and eventually they would indeed show up in a Chinook.
Said get down, bro. They here. Don't land. Oh no. Run, get in the car.
Are they in a helicopter?
Helicopter above us. Get in the car.
What? Alright, I'm in.
Go, 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 go.
Get in. Get out of the way. Get in. Get in. Alright.
Go, go. Oh my god. Bro. Oh my god.
Thanks to the terrible piloting skills from the pilot in the Chinook, me and Ryan were able to get away in a Humvee, and we were heading over to the mountain base where I was originally stationed, but then our tires got shot out by my own bullets.
Speed up!
Go faster, Humvee. They're literally, they're probably
I filled
landing
this
on-
thing up on gas. They probably... Wait, did you you might have shot out something while you're shooting from the inside. Wait a second.
Oh, that's. They're here. I don't know if they see us, but I think we might have to ditch the Humvee.
Alright, let's ditch it.
Run up, this way. Go.
Which way?
Go, this way, go, go. They're literally in the Chinook they stole. They're in the Chinook they stole.
Hopefully they don't see us and they only see what we left behind.
We would leave the Humvee to distract the shadow, and it would work as me and Ryan would end up getting to the mountain base where I was originally stationed, and once we had gotten there, we were greeted with tons of extra loot that could help us fight off the shadow in case they tried to kill us one more time.
Yo, more airstrikes. More airstrikes.
No way. Oh my god. Dude, no way.
So many airstrikes, let's go.
Live.
Photo of
I'll
it,
bet it
Rich
gets
is here. And a Walkman birthday painting.
While we were stuck here, Ryan would find a broken radio, which he would fix up and then radio the US government, who would send reinforcements for us in the morning. And so me and Ryan stocked up on gear just in case the shadows showed up one more time, as it seemed every time we were stationed somewhere, they would eventually find us. Deciding that we didn't want anything in the space to go to the shadow, we would rig it with C4, which we would detonate in case we were either overrun or once we were clear from the base. The shadow would eventually show up, and this time they were wearing armor that was made from scraps from tanks. Their armor was completely impenetrable, which left me and Ryan on the run and just trying to defend ourselves. So Ryan called in a bunch of airstrikes, and we would end up just running for our lives and trying not to die at the same time. Pushed into a corner, but with some extreme luck the Chinook would arrive, leaving me and Ryan able to get inside of it and to escape. We were barely able to get out of there, and yes, the pilot was indeed Luca, which had shocked me at first, but it was also no surprise as Luca had been missing for a couple of days, but I was glad to reunite with him once again. We would fly to the nearest Air Force base, where Ryan was taken for a little bit of a break, and as for me, I was shot in the face, so I had to go to the hospital. Sometime later, Ryan and I were called up to meet with Ryan's superior, where I was informed that I was promoted and I was going to help Ryan with a Special Forces mission. The mission was quite simple. Me and Ryan were supposed to take a Chinook in terrible weather out to the abandoned city where the shadow was located, where we were supposed to look for survivors, and on top of that, we were supposed to destroy this beacon. The beacon is what they called the respawn beacon. This respawn beacon was able to respawn players and then force them to do the shadow's bidding, which is why me and Ryan were assigned to destroy it. We would then be given a document containing coordinates to our Chinook, the city, and the respawn beacon, and then the major would then send us off where me and Ryan would go and save the world. I was told that I was going to have to fly this Chinook, and that is what I did as we flew through a thunderstorm. Ryan was extremely scared because he didn't really know that I could fly a Chinook at all. And we'd get extremely lucky by not getting struck by lightning, and we would safely make it to the city, and as soon as we got there, we would clear the airport first. After that, we then took a boat to get to the other side of the city where the main city area was. We would search building after building, block after block, and yet so far we hadn't found any other survivors. After getting tired through running through all the vegetation, me and Ryan decided that it would be best if we just jumped from building to building. This dangerous stunt was quite fun for me, but for Ryan, he was a little more scared to do it, so I ended up having to dare him multiple times, and he would do it just fine. The first thing we would find is the respawn beacon, as once we got to this top of the building, we would see it out in the distance, and so we knew that we had to head over there. We would go into a building right next to the respawn anchor, and we would take an elevator all the way to the top of the building, and just as we thought, we were extremely close to where the beacon was. And just as thought, as we were safe, Ryan would then spot an Apache.
Helicopter, get down.
Crouch.
We got extremely lucky with the helicopter not spotting us, and it would end up continuing on its course. One thing was for sure, after spotting this Apache, me and Ryan knew that the Shadow probably had more vehicles to their disposal. And just as we thought that it was safe to go into the building where the respawn anchor was, Ryan would then spot the same Apache once again.
Still clumsy as all hell.
Oh, weeks of training.
Helicopter.
Oh. Where is it though? It's the same spot.
Off the same direction.
Bro, I don't see it. Oh, I hear it though.
You hear it?
Okay. Yeah. Bro, where is it?
Must be above the clouds.
That's honestly scary, Ted.
Oh, yeah, it's landing on the top of the tower.
Oh my god, the clouds are protecting us, bro.
I can see it.
Bro.
Knowing that the Apache hadn't spotted us, me and Ryan would then move on to the building near us so we could get inside of the building with the respawn anchor. Making a dangerous jump and breaking into the glass, I then cleared the area and then made it easier for Ryan to get in as well. And just to be safe, me and Ryan were gonna go and clear every single floor of this building to make sure there were no shadows inside of here.
Alright, yeah, stairs is the smartest option. Bro, this is stealth. This is concerning.
Ready? Clear. Here, reach.
Oh my god.
Alright, 3, 2, 1. Reach.
Now at the top of the building, where the building was completely collapsed in, and so we had to have to take a ladder to get up here. And to ruin our stealth operation, Ryan would shoot his gun.
Don't shoot!
They know we're here.
To our surprise, the Shadow were not coming on their position at all. In fact, the Shadow were on the top of the respawn beacon, activating it as we spoke. Knowing that anyone we had killed from here on would be respawned, Ryan would then sneak on to the top of the base and throw a grenade to kill the Shadow up top, so we now had access to the beacon. But the Shadow member would survive and we'd end up getting in a bit of a gunfight. Ryan would manage to shoot the Shadow member at the top of the building, and now we needed to find a way to destroy this beacon. But then we had remembered the Apache from earlier and thought that if we just stayed here, maybe an Apache would show up to try to deal with us, and if we were slippery enough, the Apache would destroy its own beacon, and therefore our mission would be completed. It took the entire night, but in the morning an Apache would show up and me and Ryan prepared for a fight against a helicopter.
Oh, they're here.
Oh, they are? Where?
Yep, bedside.
Oh my god! Did you already dip? Oh! We gotta go! Uh-oh! There's nothing we can do to it! What happens if I just... 4, 3, 2... Oh! I tried.
god.
I'm using the parachute. I'm getting out.
You're already dipping?
I'm dipping.
Bro, alright. Where'd you go?
Oh no, he's looking for me.
No, I'm holding him off. I'll keep him distracted for you. Oh my god, it hurts. The helicopter would eventually stop engaging, which made me guess it was either out of fuel or it was out of missiles. Soon it would fly away, and this would allow me to go and meet up with Ryan. Once I went over to Ryan, he told me he found some flares by a sunken boat, and sure enough, there were survivors over by this sunken boat. Me and Ryan headed over and dealt with the mobs that were trapping them on the boat, and then we even geared them up in some marine armor that we had found lying around. I then would take them to a nearby warehouse where I would explain to them their situation and about the shadow.
Okay.
So, we have a few options, and I'm going to be honest, it can lead to death in both options. Option 1, we can go back to the Chinook and we can, you know,
Let's not.
take y'all home. But the second option is we take down the shadow for good here. I explained to them that we had destroyed the shadow's respawn anchor, which meant that the shadow could no longer respawn, and now we could just fight them off. But eventually in the morning, the shadow would arrive in a tank. The tank then came rolling into the warehouse, killing 2 of the survivors that we had rescued and trapping me and Ryan inside of the warehouse. As the tank closed in, it seemed like all hope was lost, and then we heard a giant explosion in the background.